Good morning, everybody. Lee Brower here, and welcome to this week's edition of Meaningful Monday. I am grateful to be here, and I am glad to be here, and I am grateful and glad that you're here. Today, I'm grateful for evidence, not like courtroom evidence. Okay, I'm grateful for evidence, that small, quiet evidence that builds inside of us. Like, think about it, one moment at a time, one choice at a time. That's evidence of who we are. It's evidence that says, I respect who I'm becoming. So, I want to talk about a powerful truth. Respect isn't learned through self-sacrifice. Oh, look at me, I did this. Look at me, I sacrificed this to accomplish that. You would think it is, and a lot of people think it is, but it is really learned through self-respect. That's where it starts. Without that, we have nothing. You see, it's the little decisions, that's the unseen ones that quietly shape who we become, not the headlines of our lives, but the fine print. That's where character's built. So I remember I read a book by Mel Robbins. I'm sure I told you about it. But ever since January 2nd of 2023, almost every morning I've been standing in front of a mirror and I give myself a high five. Why do I do that? Because I know that my self-talk isn't the best. So I'm going to start my day with self-talk. And I don't do it going from first person. I do it coming from second person. It reminds Alex Honnold, the famous free solo climber, says he does the same thing when he's on a cliff. He talks to himself in second person, not I've got this, but you've got this, Alex. So I do the same thing when I look in the mirror. High five, Lee. You got this today, man. I admire the work that you're doing. I respect what you're doing. God loves you. I love you. Go make it a good day. Boom. Now, I don't believe I believe that doing a high five is good, okay? But by itself, it's not enough. Encouragement, slogans, all that stuff without evidence just is not authentic. It rings hollow. Self-respect isn't built on slogans or morning rituals. Self-respect is built on evidence. Rituals may help, but it's the evidence that we live by the principles we say we're going to live in, especially when no one else is watching. I mean, it could be simple things like, are we telling the truth when it'd be easier not to, even to ourselves? How about keeping a promise to yourself? We probably make more promises to ourselves that we break than we do to anybody else. Choosing kindness when there's no audience. Owning a mistake. Own your own mistakes and learning from it. Treating your mind and your body with the reverence they deserve. Those little choices on those, that's where we start to get the self-respect, which is, it's an inward outward. That's how we go from arrows into ourselves to be strengthened to go arrows out. And each time we make those small choices, think of it like stacking receipts in your soul. And as the receipts stack up, they build authentic self-respect. Authentic self-respect then grows into real confidence. And here's the beautiful part. When you carry real self-respect, you attract better relationships. You see better opportunities. And you lead from a place of wholeness, not emptiness. I think I call this the 3 E's, just to make it stick for me first. So evidence builds esteem builds energy, and it's energy supported by evidence and esteem that attracts better relationships and opportunities into our lives. So here's the challenge for this week. I challenge you, I challenge me to look where we might be sacrificing a little bit of self-respect in hopes of gaining respect from others. Don't make it about the things that we've done. Make it about who we are. True respect, both from yourself and others, begins by honoring your own net worth, your own worth first. So respect yourself first. Everything else is attracted to that strength. Until next Monday, live life meaningfully. And I look forward to seeing you right back here next week. Have a great week. Bye-bye.